Hey, what's up, everyone? There really is a lot to talk about, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with some strange things taking place in the world around us. First, this video showed a terrifying moment when the tailings dam breaks at iron ore mines in Brazil, releasing a deadly and destructive river of sludge. You can see the images shown here. My phone has been very slow right now, so I don't know how this is going to sound. I don't know how it will sound after upload, and I don't know how responsive it will be, but I'm going to try to do the best that I possibly can. So, it's so hot in Argentina and in the country of Uruguay that thousands of cows and chickens are falling dead from heat stress. Now, the same thing happened a while back because it was so hot in Australia that hundreds of thousands of animals died because of heat in Australia. And now the same thing is happening in Argentina and Uruguay. Thousands of cows and chickens just fall dead from the stress of the heat. These are very prophetic events and very important events taking place from what we see of these climatic changing events. 4 earthquakes hit between southern Cascadia and southern San Andreas faults within 2 hours. Which one will erupt first? That's the question. It's not a question of if, but when, and which one. People around the area, I find it to be interesting that they've been hearing a lot of booms, and there's been a lot of military exercises around California in these particular areas right here between the Cascadia and northern San Andreas faults. There have been multiple military exercises. People have reported seeing... I apologize for the notification. The notification sounds are now off, but people have been reporting seeing Black Hawk helicopters, multiple drones, military exercises, military vehicles and equipment. And the military reported online and finally admitted to Twitter that, well, they admitted on Twitter that they were doing military exercises and Afghanistan exercises. Exercises that would be taking place in Iran for counterterrorism. And the question was, why people were posting, why not do those exercises somewhere else? You could do it in the middle of the desert. You could do it in the middle of like near Area 51, or you could do it in the Middle East and actually do your target practice on terrorists. Why do these military exercises right there amongst civilians? That was the question. Something else was up, according to the people, but we'll find out. Could that be why that the zones started rupturing? But one beautiful thing to witness here, a stream of solar winds traveling at 1,300,000 miles per hour struck the Earth's magnetic field, creating these beautiful, beautiful aurora borealis images here. I'm going to go ahead and show them. That's one thing about the highly charged particles. They create this beautiful, beautiful display. As of 6 days ago, new volcanic eruptions from Karangetang and Merapi in Indonesia, Planchon Petroa in Argentina and Chile, Shiveluch, Russia, and the 4th eruption of Steamboat Geyser in 2019 at Yellowstone National Park. So it's already erupted 4 different times, the Steamboat Geyser in Yellowstone. So that's another major sign of a possible eruption. An atmospheric river slams California. Right now, while blizzards are closing down the ski resorts, devastating floods forcing evacuations in the burn areas of California, major storms hitting California, and now major snowstorms hitting there and Washington as well. Record amounts of snow have fallen. The Canary Islands have been weaponized by Saharan dust. So right now, the Sahara Desert dust is covering the Canary Islands. Basically, the atmosphere is taking the dust from the Sahara Desert and just pushing it over, as it did last year into Florida and areas of the United States like Louisiana, and they stated, oh, this happens every year, and 3 months out of the year. I don't ever remember that at all. But apparently now the Sahara Desert is pushing its desert dust through the atmosphere. Cougar attacks a man in Colorado. A man struggles with a mountain lion, and he struggles to death. And more seismic blasts and explosions and mysterious booms are baffling residents in Atlanta, Georgia, Los Angeles, California, and Brooklyn, New York, and the Harahan and River Ridge in Louisiana, as these booms and explosions and mysterious sounds are taking place everywhere with no explanation given. Now, this is something that I'll make a separate video about, the Atacama Desert. This is the world's driest place. Supposed to be the world's driest place. Now, the climate is obviously changing dramatically as the world's driest place suffers massive floods. New waterfall has been created. A new waterfall in the area. One person dead. 1,300 homes have been 1,300 people are homeless. And this was posted on February 1st, 2019. This is supposed to be the hottest and driest desert in this world. And the pulsar around is really out of this world. The sound from this pulsar has been recorded, and it's very, very interesting. Now Australian farms are being destroyed by a mouse plague every 4 years, so that's increasing. And this tornado exposes this guy that was apparently making child pornography in Maryland, so I suppose sometimes tornadoes, in this case, did good. So they exposed this man who was making child porn. So that's one good thing, I suppose, that came out of a tornado. Up to 300,000 cattle died in historic flooding. Now, this is also some devastating news. Animals were being killed like crazy by the devastating drought. Hundreds of thousands of horses and cattle had nowhere to go. They had no water. Their water dried up. The ponds dried up. Everything they had. The people were having to be restricted on their water. They had no way to get water. Now up to 300,000 cattle died in historic flooding in Townsville and Western Queensland, Australia. Queensland was just ravaged recently in the past few months by major fires, thousands of miles in diameter. Now suddenly then they switched gears and the fires stopped, but then they went through major drought. And after the drought quit, immediately they have switched over to record historic flooding. The people of Australia are posting videos all across the internet and stating that they have never seen anything like this before in their entire life. The entire time living in Australia, they've never dealt with fires like this, going over to record drought, going over to record prophetic flooding. The people stated that it was very devastating. This guy's a real-life werewolf. Check this out. This guy here and his family shown right there on the bottom. He literally has hair all over his face. It's a certain disease in this Indian man of India. And a new volcanic island has arose. A new volcanic island arises. The 4-year-old Hunga Tonga Island, spawned by hidden underwater volcanoes in South Pacific, is now teeming with life. And they also discovered a new volcano there. That winter storm Maya that is still wreaking havoc across the West and the Midwest. Weather forecasters predict that this may be a storm unlike any one we've seen in many years in Washington and the Pacific Northwest. A state of emergency has already been declared in the area. As you can see, moving into California and areas of Washington and surrounding, this cold air is in place right now. And right now, we're getting record amounts of rain. Here in Tennessee, there's expected to be 7 more inches of rain on top of the 4 inches we already have. So, definitely a lot of rain. We usually only have 4 inches of rain in February at the most. That was the record, and now we've already got 15. We're already expecting 15 inches of rain by mid-February. So, definitely something unusual. The climate is definitely in a state of fluctuation and chaos. Flyover Fissure 8 in Leilani Estates, the Big Island in Hawaii, 2019, shows that this video is something the news networks don't speak about anymore. There are still 8 new fissures that are open in the Leilani Estates in Hawaii. And a deep sinkhole. As of 16 hours ago, it was posted, a deep sinkhole swallowed up a river in Indonesia. As this sinkhole opened up... That was the cat. She got a mouse, so I guess she did do some good. She did do some good. She was hateful as heck this morning, but I guess she does do some good. She really ran after that mouse and she got it. Hopefully she'll kill it, but the deep sinkhole, back to this topic, swallows up a river in Indonesia. As you can see here. Definitely a lot taking place in this world. Massive polar bear invasion prompts a state of emergency in Novaya Zemlya, Russia. So, a massive polar bear invasion taking place in Russia. And a comet over Austria on February 7th. Check out this green comet. Reminds me similar to the Kachina prophecy, but that's a blue and red Kachina prophecy of the Native American Indians, the Hopi prophecy. But this is a definite... It reminds me kind of also of Apophis that they spoke about, the Death Star or whatever, I think. So, check that out, the comet that was seen over the country of Austria on February 7th, 2019. And that's courtesy of the picture by Michael Jaeger, or Jagger. Hashtags comet and space. So thank you for watching this video. I think I'll break down a few of these in separate videos and maybe read the articles. I haven't done a Strange Sounds Twitter page video in a while. I haven't done a video regarding strange things taking place in the world around us, and I decided to go ahead and make that video now. So if you enjoy my videos, and I appreciate the kind comments, if you can, feel free to leave a donation to my channel and help me out. It would help out greatly, and I greatly appreciate it. Just feel free to leave a donation at the links that I'll post below. I'll post my email where you can contact me as well, and I'll post my PayPal link below as well where you can donate to my channel. I think you can also donate by email. It'll go directly to PayPal, but I'll have to set that up first. I think I'll just post the PayPal link, and you can just donate to my PayPal link. If you can, that would greatly help out. So help support this channel and help support me in general. So peace, and that's all for this video. I'm going to go into greater detail on each of these topics in separate videos very soon. But for now, I'm going to charge my phone up. I'm going to see what happens at 6:46. My alarm was randomly set yesterday and then went off in the middle of the night. And so something weird was up with that. It said, you had an alarm for 6:46 a.m., but I'm going to go ahead and give it to you now. I was like, what? 11:46 last night. 7 hours before. So I'm going to keep my eyes open and see. But anyway, peace, much love, and feel free to donate. And thank you for watching. This is the latest of the strange occurrences taking place in the world around us. Peace. Bye.